everybody. This is Laura here.
And this is Xavier.
And today we wanted to give you kind of a how we became the It Couple.
Yes, you can kind of use this as if your own guide in case you're looking at creating a project such as from creating a podcast or just enjoying our adventures of just getting started because it was and has and is still continuing to be an adventure.
Yes, and it will continue to be one for sure. You know, this is starting a podcast, but honestly, you know, the steps we've gone through could be applied to really any kind of project, hobby, anything.
Got a really cool website idea that you'd like to pursue to make you money in the future. I mean, maybe use some of our processes that we've done just to create this to that or to many other things you have going on. I think this is very flexible the way we've approached it.
As my dad has told me since I was little, you just start.
And I have to admit, I like that line so much, I kind of picked it up myself. So I've been saying that to people as well. You got to start at start, and it just makes so much sense.
He agrees with you.
Yes. And your episode is coming out soon. We actually have him do a recording.
Him and my mom. It's just really funny.
Yes.
Anyhow, another quote I found that I thought was really appropriate for starting something is start where you are, use what you have, do what you can. And there is actually a blog post which has that saying on it. Oh, oops. Anyhow, so where we're going to start here is a little bit about us because this podcast is a huge part has to do with us as a married couple. You know, this is us having conversations.
Yeah, how our personalities collide.
Yeah, so, it could be applied to any other relationships or couples or anything like that. So, honey, why don't you say a little bit about yourself?
Well, sure. Me, I've always considered myself a nerd growing up. I guess the one separation I can say from my nerdom is I've always been pretty social. So even with being a nerd and kind of being known for the guy who knows computers or technology or video games and whatnot, I've always stayed pretty social and still been in not ostracized into the nerd group category. So I that's kind of how I kind of view myself, and I kind of taken that aspect from me being a kid into my adulthood 110%. One thing I do that I think is very surprising to people is I also did do pop locking dance moves and stuff like that. And I think that has been a really...
Google pop locking if you have no idea what that is.
If you have to Google pop locking, please leave a comment. I want to...
I had to Google pop locking. I had no idea what it was.
Well, I know, but I just want to know how many others just did not know the art of pop locking that's out there.
Unless you were like in the hip hop dancing community, I really doubt you would know what it is.
Well, I guess I was in somewhat of a dancing community or more people who did it. But but I guess like what I want to take away from that is me being in pop locking kind of helped me stay confident in myself. So it's a skill that not many people have and or even want to pursue. But it was like this for me, for my personality. It's my one trump card is like, you know what? Maybe this guy is better than me in many other ways, but I can beat him in a dance battle, and kind of go that way.
And then how about what makes you want to do a podcast?
Well, I felt like last couple of years, not a couple of years, a lot of years. I really just want to put myself out there, to the world. I've been around the block. I have a lot of my own opinions, I think
life experiences.
Yeah, and I think that in many situations, we're looking at me and you, babe. We're very unique, and I think that what I don't hear is a lot of people talking from our perspective, that or I haven't seen them, and I want to be a part of that.
Well, I mean, we've only met a very small portion of the world, so there might be others like us out there.
That is very true, but I also feel like I want to be a part of the speaking out community, so I can talk about what I see and share with the world. Is something that is passionate about. Yep. That's me personally.
Yep. Okay, well, I guess a little bit about me. I'm the opposite of him.
Pretty much.
Like a lot. I'm very much an introvert. I'm not necessarily shy, but being in a room full of a lot of people I don't know does give me a bit of anxiety. I'm that person that you would see sitting in the corner on the wall away from everybody else. Just
it's a story
kind
of how we met.
Yeah.
And I grabbed her and then she said no, but I'm a really good dancer.
No.
And it didn't work.
That wasn't when we first met, but yeah, we were introduced by somebody, that a mutual acquaintance. So, but either way, yeah, no, he tried to dance with me and I was like, nope, I am not a dancer. Especially after I had seen him dance, I was like, there's no way. Like, I've got 2 left feet. He is amazing. So,
and please don't online dance battle me or say I'm better than this person. My age is coming up to me. I am not as a spring chicken or anything like that. Just this weekend I went down to not South Tampa, we call it
St. Pete.
St. Pete, yeah. And they had Star Wars people there for the May 4th thing. Yep. They had the hockey game that was going on. So many people there. And after all that was over, a lot of dancing and stuff like that. And I could hold my own for for a while. But, if they keep going, go again. Like, no, I'm good. My lungs have said stop.
You in your 30s against these kids who are in, college or whatever, probably. Mm-hmm. So it's like, there's a bit of an age gap there. Plus, I mean, it's not like you go out every weekend, dancing or anything like that. So, yeah. I guess for me with the podcasting, I didn't really care to put myself out there, but I know that my husband,
into it.
Yes, he did drag me a little bit into it. But, when you are in a relationship, a marriage, you do things together. And I love doing things with my husband, and we constantly are having conversations, so it was like, okay, it was more now recording those conversations and putting them out there to the world where family and friends and people I don't know at all.
They can openly scrutinize, like, yes. No, you got this wrong.
I mean, it gives me very high anxiety. There's constantly, when I'm talking on the microphone, this voice in the back of my head that's going like, wait, what if this person doesn't like that? But, I love my husband very much. And, and I do feel like we do have a different perspective, from a lot of people, and maybe even have a perspective that we share with some people, but we won't be able to find anybody that unless we put ourselves out there. You can't do anything unless you put yourself out there. It's like, if you don't ask the question, you're never going to get a yes.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like when I was younger, my parents used to say, like, no matter what you think we're going to say, ask. You ask and maybe you will get, but you won't get if you don't ask. Anyhow, so there we go. There's a little bit about us. And next, we got how we started the podcast. So first, we had to come up with the name. We were talking about using
there was Axel for a while.
Yeah, we did the Axel, or doing like an XL thing because he's Xavier and I'm Laura, so XL.
Kind of a play on the name.
And then we've thought about where when we play games, he's Beer and I'm Hooked. So we thought about maybe doing something with those 2 names.
When we say like Beer and Hooked, like we're not playing board games, just naming ourselves randomly or holding a deck of cards. Like, hey, Beer, hey, Hooked. Like, we're talking about video games where you get to name your character and jump
Well, maybe we'll do another episode later. If you want to hear about how we came up with Beer and Hooked, you put it in the comment section below, and we'll do an episode about it.
We have some stories.
It's an interesting story to it, for sure. So, but yeah, anyhow, so, we and then, of course, we came up with these awesome ideas, and we're like, yes, that would be awesome. Oh, like the Smart Couple, I think, was one of the things we came up with, and then we would Google it to see if there were any other podcasts out there with it.
You just check names to see if they're already taken. Yeah. And so we started doing that kind of, back and forth.
And then we found out that nobody had the It Couple, and we're like, well, I mean, he's in the field of IT. I'm in the field of IT. But even though this is not an IT podcast, we felt like it had a double meaning for us. We were both in the IT, so we have that perspective. Plus, we also are a couple that's very close. We love doing things together all the time.
Yeah.
You know, we've been married now for 10 years, known each other for over 11.
And we're happy. We're happy. We're not at each other's throats either.
Yeah, no, it's, and, and there's that whole like, it's okay to have arguments, but it's a different kind. If you know us, our relationship is something that is not everybody has that relationship.
Yeah.
It's so, I don't know, but I think everybody has the capability of having that kind of relationship that we have.
And like part of our perspective, which I think really like, I love the IT couple name, the double entendre name, meaning there.
Oh, I do too. I love things that have double meanings.
Yeah, it's just like,
more than that.
it's it is because we're IT people. And we're talking about like how our perspectives see these topics. So, where you have your IT guy who comes in and fixes your computer, the guy who's working in a server or level 2, level 3, or whatever they're doing there. This is getting, I guess, with a touch perspective, on a personal level of how we see things. We're problem solvers at heart. And we spend many years.
Oh my God, we have so many books of ideas of how to solve these problems, and I mean, just constantly. If we had like a ton of money, then we would solve so many problems.
Yeah, we want to discuss heavily on the iTunes.
But of course, it's not as easy as that.
Exactly. There's the Apple, Android computers.
Well,
and stuff like
I think the other interesting side is that, the IT that we do, what I do is very different from what you do.
Yeah.
So we have even in the IT field, like, when you say IT, most people think of fixing computers, which is what you do. Mm-hmm. But there is a lot more to that. I mean, for a long time, and probably still even now, I don't necessarily consider myself part of the IT field, but I am technically classified as an IT field.
She's a system administrator for many different programs.
I do social media marketing and things like that. So,
exactly.
It is a
digital
IT.
art design. You got to throw that in there. You done videos and stuff like that. Working. You played around a large wheelhouse of different gamuts
and I can
of programs.
Troubleshoot most things up to opening up a computer. I would never do. I'm always petrified I'm going to get shocked or something like that.
She gets afraid when I open a computer.
I do. Anyhow, so there's a little bit of that, and then starting with our equipment, I did do a blog post it's titled "Starting Equipment," and I put in there.
Let me just say that our equipment reflects our personalities. It really does. She's holding a Fluorion microphone.
I'm not holding it.
Well, she has a Fluorion microphone on a mic stand, and now if
it's not the best quality, but
it's not. Google it. There's a couple of videos out there.
Well, if you go to our blog post, I have a link to it.
Yes, it is. Yeah, go to our blog post. It is this $20 microphone. It does work very well.
Well, and it's not even just the microphone I got with that $20-some or whatever.
Exactly.
I mean, it came with, it was a bundle, it came with the stand, it came with, the pop filter. Let's see, what else did it come? Oh, some cables or whatever, so I got a lot with this good starting place.
Yes.
I didn't want to spend a bunch of money on it, but his actually was cheaper than mine because we got it for free.
That plus, this is still the one I would want to get. But what I have the Yeti Blue Pro microphone, and like this is kind of what I wanted because I knew about the features and this.
Yeah, and we lucked out with it.
We did. Stop telling people that.
Okay, I'm sorry.
but what?
It's in the blog post.
I know. But yes, we have to read the blog post. But I'm supposed to give it all here. But here's what I love about it. This is like the way I like to kind of pursue, like, when I'm getting purchases or stuff like that. And we get a lot of purchases. I've gotten a lot of purchases and made a lot of purchases with my job. I usually look for something that's a proven working utility, something that has a history, has reviews, has many people talking about it. That has been tested. So I knew that this going in, this here would definitely do what I would want it to do. I knew about the features and everything it could do. Where, Laura typically looks at the
financial.
the financial cheapest deal, bang for your buck,
Yep.
and that
Very
will
much
do
so.
exactly what she needs to do to get started.
Yep.
And like, but if I let her, she will keep this darn thing forever.
Yeah.
I still want to get her to an improvement, but it is a reflection of our personalities. I want a proven system that works. I like
when
those
we
things.
can afford something better, I'm perfectly fine with getting something better. But until then, and the next side of it that we worked on was getting a website, because these days you need a web presence to really do anything, especially with a podcast. We needed something as a landing spot, and
If
luckily,
for some reason you're out there and you're thinking, I just don't know what they put out, or they put it out here, I saw this update and I don't know where to find it, our website will be the home for that.
Yeah. I mean, and luckily Xavier has a lot of experience with building websites. We just had to figure out where we wanted to build a website at. There was WordPress, there's Squarespace we've used before, and Wix.
We can also hand go to websites, but it seemed like a bit too much work for what the scope this is for.
It was definitely better to start off with something, especially with with the podcast. We wanted something that we could build in our podcast episodes into the site, not something that we had to build from scratch. I mean, right now, it's about how much time and money we invest into things, and while this is currently,
maybe one day we can do an episode on just that too, because I do have my gripes about websites, and I've had other other people I've trained before, interns, and what I usually hear a lot of times is that's one of those cheaply made cartoon. It's I don't want to throw business names here, but it's a Fortune 500 that I know themselves use it as a planning platform in order to make larger applications. We need to get stuff up and running as fast as possible. It is an excellent utility, and a lot of times what I feel like is other people will go into the real version of websites that takes months to complete when you could have been done in 2 weeks. And it's like, no, dude, look at what you're actually going to expect to get from this. Get this out there and get back,
I mean, part of it too is it comes down to how much time you want to invest in something. I mean, even if you have that skill, I mean, for you can do Photoshop, and so you can go in there and you can make this awesome, amazing picture, and do everything you need to do it. For me, I'm going to go to Canva because I can't do Photoshop.
Yeah, I hope you guys are listening to these hints we are dropping here, because if you're trying to follow along, note these things we're saying as to you getting your next project. Yeah. These are things you'll want to look at. Talk about Canva, because I say that's a really brilliant product that should sponsor us.
Canva is great. I've been using it for many years now. I found it when I don't know, a couple years back. I don't even remember how I came across it, but I was searching for a way for me to create nice images and to use on social media for my client. And so I found this one that was free. So I built an account through there, and so it now has a lot more than it did that, and they're constantly growing and adapting to the needs
for good reason too.
And they are very much a social media kind of. That's where the platform that they put themselves at is for images that you can put on social media. I mean, they have ones that are meant for Facebook ads. They have ones that are
Pinterest
for email covers,
custom sizes too.
They have templates for specific, the Facebook cover is a different size than the Twitter cover, which is a different size than
and if
SoundCloud
you ever had
banner.
to work on the banner for YouTube with its ridiculous size that you have to, and most people monitor sizes don't cover the screen that YouTube is requesting for.
Oh yeah.
But there you go. You just got this one tool. It goes in there. There's it's very simple, drag and drop to kind of create what you need.
Oh yeah, and they have they have a lot of great stuff. If you ever need to create an image for anything, to make something more than just what it is, go on there, check it out. I would definitely highly recommend it. There are features that you can pay for. to get more of. Like one of their awesome features that you have to pay for is where you create an image in a specific size, and then you can actually, if you pay for it, they will create it in a bunch of other different sizes. So say you have a Facebook cover, but you want a YouTube cover, but you want it to look exactly the same as your Facebook cover. Well, if you pay for their monthly plan or whatever, then you can actually do that with one click, which is awesome.
I've tried it out myself. I mean, as far as like getting your personal brand out there, within a day. Now I use Canva along with Photoshop, but when you're trying to get your personal brand out there as soon as possible, it's nothing better than to have one. Your main image that you put together, and then you switch it up to different sizes to all the different platforms you want to use. That's quickly for your brand. You're now putting stuff out there in one day that 1 hour that would take you multiple hours just to complete and open up a new project. No,
it really is great if you do a lot of stuff on social media, especially if for your business, and if you have a business that does anything online, then you do stuff on social media. At least you should be. So it's a great tool for that. For creating different, like if you want to create a quote post, great for that. They even have templates in there for like creating ebooks and things like that. So.
Oh, wait. Okay, we don't want so much time.
Anyhow, so we with our website, we decided to go with a Wix website because Xavier has an account in there, and so it seemed like a good spot to start with. And so, you can go check out our website at www.itcouplepodcast.com. And it is a great website.
Oh, thank you.
No, it really is. I mean, it has everything that we need on it, plus probably a little extra. I'm sure there are things that we're going to work out kinks and whatnot with it. Like I have a bit of an issue with the blog side of it. But otherwise, as a whole, it is really great.
Yeah, it's built for getting up and running. I did want the style to kind of reflect kind of our personalities.
I mean, there certainly are probably more premium products out there, and maybe even more premium templates out there than the one we use.
Yes.
But it, for what we need at the time, Wix is a great site to use.
And on the site directly, I have a little it says right down the bottom where it says proudly made by Wix. It is. And I do have there, if you have any questions about the site, please contact me, reach me out. I will tell you right now too, this is not a platform for all web projects. Not at all.
No, I mean, nothing is meant for every use. That's, you have to have just like we were talking about with the Photoshop and Canva, it's like Photoshop is great for some things and Canva is great for other things,
and that's one of the reasons why we go back and forth with it is because of, I'm not expecting Canva to have all those premium things. I think for what it does, it just needs to nail that. Photoshop exists for a reason. Yeah. Let us use it.
Well, it's like looking at what you need and looking at the pros and cons of that site, whether it offers most of what you need, and going with the one that hits most of those check boxes and stuff. So, our website does what it needs to do, and there we go. Mm-hmm. And, we already touched on the social media aspect on it. We are on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram for right now. We plan on creating a YouTube channel in the future. Oh, we're also on Google Plus. I almost forgot that.
Yeah. I think it's kind of funny that as a podcast, we are on Instagram, but I do want to, everybody has a gallery section, and this may be more of a novelty item because I don't see this on a lot of other podcasts having a gallery, but I do kind of think that it would be nice to have that. So let's say if we like something that other people send to us, this could be our area to display that. In some way, shape, or form.
And honestly, I would love to create a Pinterest at some point for that very reason as well. Mm-hmm. I feel like, when it comes to social media, really being all over the board is starting there. And then if you find that site, doesn't do anything for your business, then you can get rid of it.
Yeah, just save time, scale back. I usually like having an open to keep your name, just for branding reasons, because you can have other people trying to pretend to be you, which is something that we're aware that people
do hosting for our podcast, which was an interesting little thing.
Yes. Okay, this is definitely a part you want to pay attention to.
Yeah, we started out on SoundCloud.
Yes, which
After doing a lot of research, by the way.
By the way, like one of my favorites that's on Sound that does have this his material on SoundCloud is Jim Sterling. I love his show. He is not kid friendly at all. He's barely adult friendly, but he's a very analytical, very rough and
Well, he says it as it is, for sure.
Exactly.
He says it as he thinks it is. You know, I mean, it's definitely a very opinionated show, and that's fine. I mean, he does some good stuff. He does good skits.
Yes, and for you know what he showed on SoundCloud, and I was listening to that, and I think, okay, we can jump on this platform, but we found some big limitations.
Yeah,
with going through
Xavier
that.
is the podcast listener of us too. I do not really listen to podcasts. I have tried.
Mm-hmm.
I really have. I mean, I've
My
probably
favorite
listened.
right now is Freakonomics Radio.
Yeah, that's about the only one I've been able to do long stop. And that could be because he plays it while we're traveling in the car and I have no choice but to listen to it.
You gotta trap them. You gotta trap them. Take lessons, guys.
I don't do long distance travelings. And when I'm at home doing my work for my client, you know, it still is I don't know. I don't like noise in the background. Maybe it's because I have a child who is very noisy, you know, so I like the quiet. I enjoy the quiet. So the podcast kind of interrupts that quiet. Plus, I found that when I listen to them, eventually it's kind of like when I was in listening in a class, you know, college, high school, whatever. Eventually my brain would stop hearing what they're saying unless I like focused on what they're saying and took notes. And I'm not going to take notes while listening to a podcast. I can't even do audiobooks. So anyhow,
I'm getting crossed over to the podcast side.
I'm a reader. So that is the way I do it. And eventually,
which is why she's over to podcasts. I mean, and she does a really good job of she's done an amazing job for all the time I've known her when it comes to her writing style, and definitely putting the message out there. And I really can, you know, I don't see us being able to hire someone with your skill set when it comes to the writing side.
Yeah.
For what we got. So
well, thank you, honey. So anyhow, yeah, we started with the SoundCloud, and then we found out the issue that we had with it was, for whatever reason, we couldn't get it onto what was the places we were trying to get it onto?
We were trying to get it on Stitcher. We had an issue there.
And
Spotify.
Yeah, well, Spotify was a different issue.
Yeah.
But yeah, Stitcher and TuneIn, we couldn't get it onto there. And I think even Google Play, we had a bit of an issue with it. So, you know, we were looking at it and going like, well, I guess right now, you know, we'll have to switch to somewhere else, you know. And we started there because it had the best free program as well. But, you know, so we switched over to Podbean. And so far, Podbean has been great. It has an awesome embedded player that we put onto our website. Mm-hmm. You know, and we've been able to get it everywhere except for Spotify because we have to have 5 uploaded episodes, which we will have on launch day, you know, which is for us tomorrow.
Yes.
So yeah, you know, I mean, we like it. I mean, we still like SoundCloud. You know, it's just that for what we're trying to do, put ourselves out as many places as possible. You know, it wasn't going to be the best option for us right now.
Yeah. Well, I don't. Yeah, like I would like to still. Let's say if you are a SoundCloud user and you believe that this is a demand that, you know, like, yeah, I use SoundCloud. I really would like to hear you guys there. I don't use this other application too much. Let us know. We're reaching out for engagement, and people who are firm supporters of SoundCloud say we need you on this platform. Yes, we will definitely jump aboard. But until then, right now, it's not our best benefit.
Well, yeah. I mean, would it be nice to sometime in the future pay for, you know, the services to all of them? I mean, yeah.
But let me put it this way. I'm on your side because I'm a SoundCloud user myself and I want to be in that platform.
Yeah.
You know, we don't have anybody saying we need you there.
Well, for now, you can listen to us on Podbean, iTunes, Google Play, Stitcher, or TuneIn. And we're going to apply or put ourselves onto Spotify, hopefully, as soon as we, you know, upload these episodes. So.
And if you got lost on that list anywhere, go to our website.
Yes.
Go to our website. It will give you some instructions. Most of these have apps to your cell phone, or if you're not watching or looking at our website via your cell phone, if you click on these, they'll probably actually install the app. They're all free, and you can enjoy listening to. All our episodes are free too. We do know that there are some paid episodes out there. All of them are free.
Yeah.
And please enjoy it. And please enjoy
as
it.
of right now, we do not have ads into it. Although if we ever get approached for, putting ads into our episodes.
we would like to be supported in order to do this. I mean, I think that's for everybody who loves doing what they want to do, is be supported so they can continue doing what they want to do.
Yeah, I mean, because right now, he's got a full-time job, and I've got a part-time job working from home, and then I also have a full-time job watching our daughter.
and here's the funny thing: while we do have a plan of trying to launch all episodes and stay on schedule, and I think we got a really really good plan on that. Those
life happens.
Exactly. So, next item on the list. Let's go there.
Well, yeah, we wanted to, I guess, kind of send this part of it out to our family and friends.
Yes,
who
you guys
actually know us personally. We will be discussing a lot of things in here, some of which we might or might not have discussed with any of you guys. So
yeah,
you might learn new things about us.
That meaning, the funny thing is just like
don't hate us.
If you feel a little exposed, especially with people who you're very close to. So we also feel like that level of needing to censor ourselves.
Yeah.
So our friends don't judge us harshly. But to all our friends and stuff like that.
That's probably more me than him, just because I'm very sensitive to those kind of things, and my family and friends can definitely agree with me on this one, that I don't like upsetting anybody.
Yeah.
I will do whatever I can not to upset anybody, but anybody who has lived life knows that you can't go through life without upsetting.
So don't be surprised if this is Xavier responding back to your heavy critique.
If there is any kind of negative feedback, I'm perfectly fine with you putting it on there, but I will not be responding to it.
It'll be me.
I take everything personally.
I'm okay with critiques, because in a way, like I guess it could be like just the way I've been living. I mean, you live in IT, you deal with that's your job.
The thing is, I don't have a problem with critiques, because I feel like, at the most part, they can help you, make you better. So I'm okay with ones that are geared towards helping you. But there is a way to put a critique out there and be helpful, and there is just putting I hate what you're doing out there and not being helpful at all, and that's just mean.
I just want to put this out there. Don't worry about the time. If we do it long, let's do it long.
Okay. But yeah, so, we just wanted to send this one out to our family and friends. We are still us. You still know us. You will get
to learn more about us.
Yes.
And
if you see a title that looks like it might be something that you don't like, don't click on it. Don't listen to it. It's fine. Anybody, whether you're family or friends, you do not have to listen to every single episode of ours.
We
will title it. We will put a description in it.
Hey, even blame me, because I do want to get into harsh topics. Let's just name a few. Relationships.
I'm okay with relationships.
Sex and stuff like that. Schools and stuff about kids and stuff like that. And these will be a lot of things that people have different opinions on.
Yeah, which is fine.
So, and this is kind of what are the core of our platform. You might not
agree. You probably won't agree with us on everything.
Yeah.
But
we're not normal.
We're just putting our, what our thoughts and opinions are on things. Whether you agree or disagree, you can let us know. We're happy to hear all sorts of different opinions. We're very open-minded people, extremely open-minded. We just ask for you to also be open-minded.
Yeah.
Please.
So. Or if you're going to be closed-minded, be really good at debating. We've got an episode on that.
You can be open-minded and debate with us. You just be open-minded.
If you're closed-minded, be ready for a debate. That's okay. I love you if you're one of those people too. Because I had a friend. You know what? Another episode.
Okay. And I guess we're going to end on what our podcast is about and why you should listen to us.
All right. Who should start this one off?
Well, I guess you. Go ahead.
Okay. Well, you
like starting things.
From my perspective, actually, this podcast is about our perspectives. as an IT couple who are very much opposing opposite people.
Well, and as a couple.
Yeah, who's lived together for 10 years. We're very analytical. We do think we see the world in a very unique perspective way. And I think that...
And if we're not so unique, let us know who else agrees with us.
Oh yeah. If I find out that we're not a unique couple, then that'll just make me happy and like, okay, I'm not alone.
I know, right?
Yeah, but the main thing that we are is that we want to talk about topics.
Well, I guess should we put out there why we think we're so unique?
Yes, let's put that out there. Front Street, you do it.
Oh, I'm going to do there?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, both of us obviously have very widely different life experiences, but, we also come from very different worlds.
I guess very
we're
different.
both Americans.
Yeah, well,
I'm just classified as a white American, and you are classified as
African American.
Yep.
Even though I really feel like American just makes more sense, but for some reason we just can't this all be wrapped up as American because we like dividing
totally
things.
For another episode.
but here's what I would to kind of convey on there. I'm on the extrovert side. You're on the introvert side.
An introvert.
I would call it used to go out and pop, lock, and dance. That was definitely not there.
I would stay inside and read.
You were homeschooled.
Yep, I was.
I'm big into pictures. I love the going into complex.
He plays all sorts of different games where I'm not so much a gamer. I've played a couple different kinds, but
she likes racing games.
Oh, I do. I love racing games.
And that's like
Split
the
Second was
thing.
my favorite game ever.
Oh my goodness, Google Split Second is an amazing game.
It was an awesome game, and I'm so sad I'll never get another one. But yeah, so let's see. I was in the Army. He was in the Air Force.
Yeah. So there's a pattern there. You can kind of see that we've been so different, been together.
All sides of it.
Yeah. I mean, I do, I guess, favor more the libertarian side, which makes it even more funny than I say liberal. But I kind of still see myself as a conservative.
See, I was more going for the conservative, as in I don't know. I dress conservatively and things.
Oh
like
yeah,
that. Not necessarily political.
Okay, I thought that's what you meant. Okay. Since I already started out there, I'll just put it this way.
No,
I like to keep my freedoms. Thank you very much, but I like to keep them on a conservative level. But as far as going outside.
We will not say what political skew we go with, and you can guess all you want, but we're not going to say.
You know what we need to do eventually is maybe we should re-record this part and just go back all over it. But I'll see if I can cut it. If not, then oh well. You guys get to enjoy knowing more than you wanted to know about us. But in short, basically, I enjoy crazy. I guess crazy colored hair.
Oh yeah, you're
crazy
like
personalities.
Free. Let's not make a plan and just go with it.
Yes, spontaneous.
Free flowing. Yes, spontaneous.
Yes,
and
be spontaneous.
I like having plans. Lots of plans. Lots of lists. I'm a planner.
Yeah, if you're a person that's like, I'm going to go to Walmart. Let me get my costume. I wouldn't know about you. That's amazing. that you've got so many interesting stories.
Hey, people like me who
you're
would
not
rather
going
just...
to Walmart in a costume.
No, I won't even go to a Comic-Con in a costume. Are you kidding?
Oh,
not happening.
Goodness. Yes.
I don't even wear costumes at Halloween. I mean, it's like nope, no way, not happening.
Exactly.
So,
what's your favorite bread? Plain.
I mean, I don't know. I guess I like wheat.
You like wheat bread? Okay, maybe spicy. Okay. Well, anything more on your list there that we should cover?
I'm just why they should listen to us.
Well, if you've listened to this first episode,
then you should continue listening to us.
That, and do me a favor, share this on one of your most popular, most used sites. It doesn't be all of them, but whatever you use the most, go and say, hey guys, if you like these guys, listen to it. So if you like what you heard, we got that much from you. Please just go to if Facebook is it, then share us on Facebook. If whatever is it is Twitter. I'm not the social media person.
Oh, I mean, really for now, any kind of sharing or, just putting us out there on your channels to your friends, I mean, that's helpful to us, and we want to hear from you. We want to engage with, with our listeners. So, comment with Podbean. You can actually comment on there. If you're on iTunes, you can leave reviews for us. We will look at all of it. I promise you, I look at these things constantly every day.
Yes, she does. Yes. And if you have an idea of a topic, if I see in there, well, you know what will make the 8 Couples Day? We see a comment in there that says, "Hey, what do you think about this?"
Oh yeah, we'll make sure to say, "Hey, this person."
We will shout you out like, "Oh my goodness, thank you so much."
Well, if you don't want us to shout you out, then just say.
And it can be anything. It'll be anything, and we will just go off on it. I think what I see us in the future, I want to add this in there. I do see us eventually finding a maybe more narrow niche in the future as many other places go. But I think that way they'll kind of polish it up to definitely make us what the people definitely would love to see from us.
Yeah, we're starting at start. We're starting where we can right now, but what we are right now very well might not be what we are in the next year.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we're constantly changing, constantly growing and adapting as human beings, as podcasters, as husband and wife. I mean, It's just, we are not the same people we were 10 years ago when we got married.
Yeah. And for many of you can definitely relate and understand, we're on the same planet as you, going through the same struggles, dealing in the same time frame as you.
Well, maybe not the same struggles. Everybody's struggles and life experiences are different, but
some of the same struggles, like, we'll go with this just some, because, who knows what else is going on.
Yeah. I'm very much against grouping everybody.
Well, I'm thinking that way.
Because I feel like everybody is unique.
No, there's got to be somebody that's like, I got to have a doppelganger somewhere. There's got to be another Xavier on G.
There are, even if you have somebody who looks like you, we're all, we all have differences. There's something.
I'm going to run into my clone one day. It's going to happen.
Well, that would be scary.
2 Xaviers? Oh my God. At our levels.
Well, for now, we just want to put this out there, and we hope you like, share, and subscribe to us. Go to our website and, just whatever, comment wherever you want to.
Be a part of our team.
Yes, please.
Wait.
We don't
have a team name for them.
You're the It Team.
That's, That's right. We're going to call this the Tag You're It.
Yeah. That's awesome. I love that.
Go. Tag You're It Team. You guys are awesome. Can't wait to hear from you guys.
Yep.
And until next time.
And girls, ladies, women, all of you and the above.
Yes.
Etc.
The etc. crowd. Tag Your It Team is going to exist. I think this is going to happen.
Which we do. Actually, if you go to our blog under our website, there is an area where you can sign in. And we will be creating a forum community area under our blog. So go in, sign up, sign in. You can click to be notified whenever there's a new blog post that comes out. And this is totally separate from our newsletter. This is your best way of connecting with us.
Yes.
So if that's what you want to do, if you want to connect to us,
sign in on our platform.
And actually, I will go create a hashtag for Tag You're It and see if that is probably used a lot. Should we say Tag Your It Team?
Tag Your It Team.
Of course, that's going to look like weird. But anyhow,
I like Tag Your It Team because this means they get the power to tag other people. I mean, so it's like this. If you're on Tag Your It Team, you get to tag someone else, and they're on Tag Your It Team. They get to tag someone else.
Or should we say Team Your It? Maybe I'll go create a poll.
We will play with these names after this podcast is over.
Well, we'll go come up with a couple of different names for our team, and I'll create a poll, and you guys can decide.
And guys, you just witnessed part of our creative plan.
There you go. All right. Until next time, everyone.
Take it easy. Oh, wait, I gotta say it deeper. Take it easy. Am I saying it right? Anyway, take it easy. Thank you.